This is a bridal bouquet. I know you are shocked and I was too, but let's dig it in and find out what can be preserved. I can see some orchids, some roses, and some other flowers that are not in best of the shape. Let's move inside on my working table and take out these flowers carefully one by one. So, this bride reached out to me because she wanted to make earrings for her bridal party, including her grandmother as well. I was so touched by this gesture that a bride wants to give something back to her family and her friends. It's always tough to accept these kind of bouquets because as you can see the flowers are almost dead and are very fragile. But I think I'm always up for a challenge, so let's see if we can find out some nice pieces to preserve for her. But before that, let's try and take out the bouquet out of this garbage bag. So, after lots and lots of struggle, I was finally able to take out the bouquet from the bag. And now, the steps that I'm following is that I will cut out all the flowers that I think are in good shape and can be made into an earrings. I haven't thought about the designs yet because the mindset is just to cut out all the flowers that I can. Also, I wanted to mention here that I can completely understand that wedding and planning the entire wedding is a big task in itself that people often forget about their wedding bouquets. I know how special it is for every bride, and that is why I never judge them based on how their bouquet looks, and I try to work out with whatever is available to me. So once I have cut out all the flowers from the stems, these are basically all the flowers that I think can be made into earrings. She wanted something smaller for her grandmother and for her bridal party, so probably we won't be preserving these entire flower into earring, but rather we'll either cut some petals or maybe add in with different colors. So right now what I'm just doing, I'm trying to remove the part which is not useful or which is like completely dead and won't serve me any purpose in the future. This is the one that I she specifically wanted, so I always make sure to reach out to my bride once I have all the flowers cut out. And she mentioned that she really liked these flowers and she wanted for her grandmother. This is the second one that I showed it to her, which can be made into some pretty earrings. Now, as I mentioned, she didn't want any big statement earrings, rather smaller ones. So I gave her an idea if we can combine these two colors and make something out of it, and it will look stunning. I really love the pink rose hair. So now let's go ahead and dry these flowers. So after adding my layer of silica gel as the base, I am just taking out all the flowers one by one and trying to dry them in the best possible way. I want to mention again that she wanted something small, but I do want to preserve these big orchids in case I find an idea to surprise her or make something special for her. I always like giving my brides a little extras to make them feel special. Now moving on to these smaller tiny flowers. These are very small and very fragile. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that they dry pretty well, because she specially requested me to make these into earrings and I do not want to disappoint my bride for sure. So this is how the first layer looks like. I will add silica gel at top of it to cover the flowers entirely. So I was not able to record this step entirely because my phone just gave up on me. But what I did with the roses is I just took out the petals from these and then I placed it flat on silica gel so that I can use those petals, mix them together and create like a white and pinkish shade of earrings. So after drawing few more flowers, I came back to orchids. Since I've already dried four big orchids, I didn't wanted to just use the entire flower because that's not what she wanted. But I really liked this middle part of these orchids. It has this white, pretty nice, vibrant yellow color, and I think these can make a really good pair of earrings or something special. So I decided to remove all the petals and then preserve this middle part separately. Once all the flowers are covered with silica gel, I just take a sellotape and then with the marker I write the date and the day it was preserved. If I have multiple bridal bouquets, I make sure to write the bride's names as well, as we do not want a mix up. So I'll see you after 2 weeks.